tail end of this line.
Well, one person that's not going to be making the charge. Look back here, way in the back. Martin Truex Jr. in the 78 car, he has made the decision. He doesn't want any part of this. He wants to stay away from it. He thinks they're going to wreck again. He just is afraid they're going to wreck again. He's going to try to stay out of trouble. The danger in this is, what if he has a problem? Here he is. He's just backing up. He says, I'm out. I mean, he is way off, but he has gotten far enough back where I'd be terrified I was going to lose the draft. And if you lose the draft and have a little bit of a slow pit stop, then you could, next thing you know, you could be a lap down. So this line is all single file. I'm afraid they're just going to drive away from him. He's giving them too much room.
Well, Jeff, we're going to take a look at the Toyota driver update. Truex 19th, DJ Kennedy, JJ Yeley, Eric Jones. The concern I have for Martin Truex, while 19th sounds pretty good, you just showed how far behind the pack he is. Well, he is now basically out of the draft. I mean, he is running slower than the single file cars around the racetrack. So if he continues to lose time, will he actually lose a lap? I mean, it seems like maybe he's just barely in tow, but one little bobble, and he's going to be in big trouble.
I know you feel that way, but he's running some really fast laps. He's actually running down this lead pack, and he's running low in the corner. You see him back there running low in the corner, running a shorter distance.
So you think he's fine? You think he's still getting that draft?
Looking at the board here, he ran a 46.19 to the leader's 42 or 46.7. So he's got the draft, and he's cutting distance running that bottom groove in the corner. Very smart.
That time by, it was 46 flat for him. Fastest lap of anybody.
Well,
hey guys,
and he can modulate that. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, they were telling him that he was catching. I couldn't tell if they were sarcastic or not because they've had such bad luck here, but there you go. He is up to that back of the pack again.
If he had lost that draft completely, he would have easily went a lap down. That would have been a terrible, terrible situation for that team, but drives right back up in there. He's got the speed.
Hey, you know, we didn't have to put a graphic in to prove Junior was right.
Hey, I talked to Truex today and asked him about his car, and he said, hey, man, I don't think we got enough speed. Well, he just basically run the pack down by himself.
So now the decision is, with pit stops potentially coming, Steve, not sure how long it is before they're going to pit, but you know, when you start to see pit stops coming, you want to work yourself up the pack a little bit. You don't want to be in the back in case you have a bad pit stop. So now Truex is starting to try to work himself forward to give himself a little bit of cushion if they have a slow stop.
He's like, hey, man, my car's pretty fast by itself. Let's see what it'll do against the rest of these guys. Marty.
Hey, Rick, Jeff just mentioned it a moment ago. We are quickly approaching what could be green flag stops and maybe the last stops of the day. Now, earlier today, all the 4 teams got together, all 13 teams, and they made a plan on what lap they were going to stop in this stage. They were going to all stop together, but not communicated on the radio because they didn't want people to jump onto their strategy. So, Steve, it's a different ball game now because there's so few cars in this race. How does that strategy now change? Because the Fords can't really have an advantage by pitting together.
No, I think you just have to understand now it's all about getting clean on and off pit road. I'm not sure there's any strategy to try to trick someone, but with 55 laps to go, I expect these guys to still run 5 or 6 more laps to get in their fuel window, and then it's just on and off clean.
So we see Truex on the inside line. What he needs is everybody to get in that line with him, and he's moving forward. Look at the runs he's getting. Wow. He is driving to the front by himself. Look at Jimmy Johnson jump down in there and try to get in front of that. He wants some of that action.
And now, Martin Truex Jr., after being almost 4 seconds behind the pack, is right in the mix up front at Daytona.